Strangers' love letters from childhood shock my neighbor's garden. I dug up my neighbor's garden, just some flower beds really, and what I found was this old box filled with strangers' letters. They were from when she was a kid, maybe 10 or 11. I didn't mean to snoop, but something about those envelopes caught me off guard. The first letter was dated 1985. It had my neighbor's address on it, but the handwriting wasn't hers. I opened one, and it was from some guy named Mike. He wrote how he loved her and wanted to see her every day. The letter made no sense because my neighbor is in her 50s now, way older than she would have been back then. So I kept digging through more letters. There were hundreds of them, all from different people. Mike, Sarah, John, all writing about their love for this girl who was clearly not my neighbor. But they had the same address on everyone. This wasn't some kind of prank or a mistake. It felt like something much deeper. But that wasn't what I thought at first. I assumed maybe she'd kept these letters as a kid, but there were too many inconsistencies. Some of them talked about events that happened long after she was an adult. One letter even mentioned my neighbor's current job. I had to know more, so I started asking around. No one seemed to recognize the names from the letters or knew anything out of the ordinary about her childhood garden. It felt like a mystery no one wanted to talk about. Then I realized I was wrong again. The letters weren't just love notes, they were all written in a very specific way, with the same kind of paper and ink. There had to be more to this story than what met the eye, so I kept digging, both through the box and into her past. One day, I went over to her house and asked directly about it. She was shocked, but didn't deny anything. Instead, she took me inside and showed me an old diary, filled with entries about how she'd always wanted a big family of friends who loved her. The letters were part of some elaborate role play from when she was younger. It turns out the whole thing was just her imagination run wild. She wrote every single letter herself, imagining different people loving her deeply. It made sense now. All those inconsistencies added up to a childhood filled with fantasies of belonging and love. I left that day feeling both relieved and sad for my neighbor, who had created this elaborate world of imaginary friends and love just because she felt lonely. The box of letters was more than just a box. It was her secret life, one she'd never shared with anyone until now. But as I walked away, I couldn't shake the feeling that there was still something left unsaid. Maybe there were other secrets hidden in that garden, or maybe my neighbor was hiding parts of herself even from me. Whatever it was, the mystery was far from over. The letters and her story stayed with me, but I knew better than to dig any deeper. Sometimes, uncovering someone's past isn't always about finding answers. Sometimes it's just about understanding their need for secrecy and imagination.